Merry Vlogmas Day 13. And it's day 4 of the 12 days of Stitchmas. So let's open up and see what we get today. Yay! Let's see, where is day 4? Here it is. Oh, it's a little package. You know how they say good things come in small packages? The other day, a couple days ago, Claudia came over and she helped me with reading the pattern for the nativity scene. So I started the angel. I'll show you that once I get it finished. But today, I want to show you too, I'm in another pair of Christmas pajamas. This was our Christmas pajamas from a few years ago. It's just a solid gray shirt, no big deal. But the fun part is the red and white candy cane striped bottoms. I'm home all day today doing crafts, so I thought I would show you another pair of Christmas pajamas. My husband thinks I'm crazy for wearing pajamas all day, but hopefully no one's coming to our house to see. All right, let's look and see what's inside the package. Oh, this is adorable. Okay, so it's 2 rolls of washi tape, and one has little yarn on it, and the other one has like pickup trucks, Christmas pickup trucks and yarn. So 2 rolls of washi tape, and then look at this adorable ornament. It says Hobby Lobby 22 on it, and it's a sleigh filled with yarn balls. It's so adorable. I love it. I'm gonna put it right on the Christmas tree. All right, stay tuned, because today I have a ton of DIYs that I'll be working on making and sharing with y'all. Last minute Christmas gifts. Thanks for watching. So today's DIY Christmas craft are coasters. So what I did is I bought these coasters quite a while ago, and they're made of travertine, but they're not glazed. They're just a tumbled coaster, so they're a stone with no sealant or glazing on it at all. So first thing you have to do is wipe the coaster off. I just used a really damp cloth. You're gonna wipe it off on the top, and you're gonna wipe it off on the bottom. And then I let it sit and dry for a few minutes while I was wiping off some more. Okay, I bought these little tiles, I think at Home Depot. I know they're quite popular in Texas because we use that travertine stone a lot on our flooring, but I know my mom in Illinois had a hard time getting it. So I actually had to buy some and ship some to her when she made hers. So then what I'm gonna do is you take Stays On ink. So Stays On ink is a permanent ink, and the only color I have it in is jet black. I'm not sure if it comes in other colors or not, but it smells like almonds when you open it up. It's got a really cool smell. So then you're going to go ahead and stamp whatever image you want on your coasters. So I did some snowflakes and I colored some of them blue. I haven't finished doing the coloring on them yet. And I'll show you some other ones that I worked on earlier. So here's some others that have already come out of the oven. And here's some other ones that I did. So I know they're upside down, but I did the image of Texas. My husband liked it better without any coloring on it at all. He wanted some for his man cave. Here I added just a little bit of coloring to it, just to give it a little pop of color. I did this doily and added some red and green for Christmas, but I really didn't love the way it turned out. So anyhow, after you get done stamping and doing your coloring or whatever you're gonna do on it, then you put it in your oven at 250 degrees, and it's just for 30 minutes. After it's finished in the oven, you're gonna let it dry for about an hour, and then I brought it outside and I sprayed it with that Krylon clear sealant, if you can see that. And then I'm gonna let it sit outside and dry just for a little bit. You're gonna wanna put a felt pad, one in each corner, even the big ones. You're still gonna have to have one in each corner so that it is stable when it's sitting on the table and has your drink sitting on it. And then I just tie a bow around 4 of them. I do like an X, a crisscrossy bow, so that they don't fall out. And then they're all ready to give as a gift. It's really a fast, easy, cute gift to give, and very inexpensive. So I hope you enjoy this coaster idea. So the type of coaster I'm going to teach you how to make today are these really cute, easy fabric coasters. So a set of 4 of them makes a darling little gift for a neighbor or a friend, or if you need to take a hostess gift somewhere. This is like the perfect gift for somebody who's hosting a party. And actually, since I'm going to a party today, I think I'll bring that set to the hostess. So what you need to do is you need actually 5 different fabrics, or you can use, some of the fabrics can be the same. They don't have to all be different in your triangles, but actually this next set that I'm making, I'm going to be using 3 different fabrics on top instead of 4 different fabrics. And then I have a different one on the bottom. So I only have 4 different fabrics. But the first thing I did is I cut my lining. So this is what goes underneath these triangles, is this little lining, okay? So I just cut that on a muslin. You're not gonna see it anyway, so it doesn't show. So you're gonna cut them at 5 1/4 inches. And then your batting, you're gonna cut at just 5 inches. So the muslin goes on the bottom. Yes, and then the batting goes next. So your muslin on the bottom, the batting goes next. Then whatever fabric you would like to be on the back of your coaster. So on the back of my coasters, I put these super cute little candy canes, but whatever fabric you would like to have on the back of your coaster, that's what goes next. So I love this fabric. Look at how cute that is. And I want that to really be featured. It's a snow globe fabric. I got this fabric in College Station. The fabric store there is closing. The girl who runs it is retiring. So she had all her fabric, including her fat quarters, for 20% off. So I decided to grab some fat quarters of Christmas fabric. So that's the back. That goes next, because you're turning all this inside out. So it's important that your back is going to be touching your triangles. Don't worry that that doesn't kind of make sense. You'll see how it is when I turn it, okay? Then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to start laying out your triangles. So I take my 5 1/4. So remember, each fabric piece is 5 1/4. The batting is only 5 inches. So you lay out your triangles like this. So kind of like a little pinwheel style. And in this one, I'm going to use 2 of this little green check and then 2 feature fabrics. And when you're folding it, you can kind of think about, well, which one do I want to face up? Whichever one you want to face up is going to actually be placed down. So I really like this poinsettia, so I would like it to be facing up. So I'm going to move it here, and then I'm going to move this one over here. Do you see where I'm going with this? And then the next one, look at this fabric. I think this is so pretty too. It's like a green and blue poinsettia flower kind of thing, but it is Christmassy, even though it doesn't really look super Christmassy. Okay, and so then this is gonna go here. And then my last piece is another green one. I decided to do 2 green checked on these. And when I lay that one down, I always have to fiddle with it a bit to see how I lay it down. So I'm gonna lay it down like this, and see how it covered that very first fabric. I have to lift that first fabric up, lay this one down, and then lay it back down. So it's kind of woven in there, if that makes sense. And you should be able to see 4 triangles on the top, because when you turn it, you're gonna wanna see 4 triangles on the bottom. All right, the next thing you're gonna do, once you have them all laid out, I just do all 4 of them at one time. You're gonna sew all the way around here. And I like to sew it at a 1/2 inch instead of a 1/4 inch, just because it really helps me to catch all of those little corners. It's a really good idea to either clip your corners or pin them. I'm just gonna throw a quick clip in each of them. Okay, because see, look at this one is already getting a little wonky. And one time I made these, it's been quite a while ago when I made them, but one time when I made them, that was my biggest problem, was making sure all of these pieces got caught on the other side. So pinning or clipping and then doing the extra 1/2 inch seam allowance really helps. So I'm just gonna move these out of the way. Now remember, I would normally lay them all out. Probably gotta move. My dog sits under me. Come here, Pearl. Come here. Come on, up. Here, can you see her? So she sits under me and I have to drag her out from under my sewing table so I can reach the sewing pedal. Hi, Pearly. You're such a good girl. Your mommy's a good girl. She loves me so much. Okay, Pearl, you gotta get out from under the sewing machine. Come on, baby. Go. She knows. I have to seriously drag her some days, though. All right, so now remember I said I wanted to a 1/2 inch seam allowance because I want to make sure all of these corners are caught really well. When I get to my corner, I'm going to turn. Okay, now the next thing I'm gonna do, so it's sewn all the way around, is I'm gonna take my scissors and I'm going to cut the corners, cut each corner, okay? And then the other thing I do, since I took a 1/2 inch seam allowance, I just kind of cut the seam allowance down a little bit to make it more of a 1/4 inch. You don't really need all that bulk when you're trying to turn. So I just cut it down a little. You wouldn't have to do this, but I think it makes it a little bit better. Oops, when you're cutting, make sure you get all the layers. I'm gonna go back over here. I missed that bottom layer on here, so I just need to cut that again. Okay, so this actually makes a little bit smaller coaster than if you would do the correct 1/4 inch seam allowance, but seriously, I think it's still plenty big enough. I think they're so cute. All right, so now the magic happens. So see this plain old back? You don't want the plain old back. You want something super cute on the back. So you're gonna turn all of this over. Just turn it inside out. See how I'm doing that? Turn my iron on. So we're gonna give it a good press. And I take one of my little pokers. This is actually a stuffing fork is what it's called. So it has a blunt end. You don't really want anything with a sharp end because it can poke right through your fabric. And you're gonna really try to poke those corners out well. I even run the poker along my seam there just to get my seams turned really, really well. See that? I'm poking it pretty hard. Okay. Giving it a good poke. Okay, run it down my seam. Getting to my last corner, I think. Okay, so here's how it looks. Now I wanna just make sure my folds are all tucked in really well. Here's how this one looks. And then I just give it a really good press. Now, this is the way my mom did it. One of the videos I watched, they top stitched all the way around it, but my mom did not. She just pressed hers, and I think it looks adorable just the way it is. So just press like that, okay? And look at the back, how cute. So that's it. You're gonna repeat this so that you have 4 coasters in a set, and it makes a super last minute gift for going to a party, like I said, or for a neighbor or a friend. And I just think the fabrics are gorgeous in these Christmas fabrics. So it makes such a fun little gift. I hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye. Merry Christmas. Happy Vlogmas.